Holy cow, look at this.
I'm here to see my first ever water drop from a plane. But we're actually gonna get to see how it all works.
Very nice. Good start point, good line.
I'm here to check out the fire truck of the sky.
That's right, it's a water bomber, baby.
But also to find out why they have a little plane that doesn't even drop water. And mostly to see the newest member of the fleet, a Boeing 737 Fireliner?
And let me just say, what a lovely little terminal here. Palm Springs. So we're here attached to the Palm Springs International Airport because Palm Springs is hot and dry. And generally, that's where wildfires take place.
But putting out a wildfire isn't as simple as dropping water from a plane.
Line's clear to drop, and turn to file.
Clear to drop, turn to file, we're in.
Dropping, clear and empty.
Blast 50.
Truck.
Nice.
Good start, good line, guys.
Is it in this hangar? Might be. I'm told there's a very cool plane in this hangar, but it seems to be empty. I don't see any plane in here. I guess we'll keep moving on.
Oh, here comes the C130 back to base. So let's use it to explain this water bombing process.
It all starts with water. Can't have an air tanker without water. They are hooked up directly to a fire hydrant.
These planes will fight fire all day long, but they do need to reload with water. So the C-130 is returning to the staging area for more of that sweet, sweet H2O.
They're filling it at 500 gallons per minute. A full tank, 4,000 gallons, weighs 36,000 pounds.
Now this is a training day for Coulson Aviation before the season starts, but this is a pretty close to real life scenario. And it's not just the plane that comes down here to fight the fire. It's a whole ground crew plus a truck and trailer full of equipment and parts for the aircraft.
I mean, they even bring their own scissor lift in this trailer.
I mean, really, the priority is to keep these birds flying with water non-stop all day long. Sunrise to sunset. And the name of the game out here is water. This tank, as big as it is only going to take 5 minutes or so to fill. Speaking of which, we should probably go see that tank. These are ex-military C-130s, now converted for wildfire fighting.
It's not really what I imagined. It's more of a hopper shape than a circular tank. But it does use Coulson's own smart control system, which allows the pilot to be able to release the water at whatever speed they set. So it doesn't necessarily just drop all of the water in one burst, but allows them to control it a little bit longer. And that's what this is all about, controlling the fire.
Up front here, there are 3 seats. There's a pilot, a co-pilot, and an engineer in behind. But of course, it has the all-important red button. Now, while this water tank keeps filling, let's go check out the little plane that doesn't have any water on board at all.
This is Coulson's Citation 550. We use it for air attack.
The air attack plane flies above the water tankers, circling at about 2,500 feet above the fire, kind of overseeing the whole firefighting operation.
Single pilot aircraft, one pilot, and on the right side you have a forest officer. From the right side they coordinate the fire and the tactics, and the pilot flies aircraft.
You see, the fire officer will be strategically selecting the drop locations in order to most efficiently fight the fire.
Line's clear to drop, and turn to file.
Clear to drop, turn to file, we're in.
Dropping, clear and empty.
Blast 50.
This is done to ensure different air tankers don't drop water on the same spot, and to adapt each drop to best fight the fire in changing conditions.
There's also a tactical portion to it, which I really enjoy.
Acting as a lead plane, they will check for hazards and get to know all the conditions, like wind, turbulence, and where the exits are.
Here's the high point, start here. And your exit straight out.
Okay, straight out exit.
And they'll use this information to guide the larger air tankers safely to the drop.
It's a bit of a sport. I wouldn't call it a sport.
No.
We're not out there for fun, but it's like a sport where you have an objective and you have a team that goes to the same target.
I'm going right, you go left.
You're right, we're left.
This air tanker is an ex-military C-130 workhorse of a plane. And it's so good at its job because it can carry a lot of weight and it can operate on almost any type of runway.
What's this thing called?
It's a tow-barless tug.
Tow-barless tug. Can I ride on it? Get track going around.
All right, let's push this puppy aside for a second. We got to make some room out here.
This is a cool machine. Cool. Thanks.
So why then would Coulson Aviation introduce a whole new model to its fleet? Welcome the Boeing 737 Fireliner.
Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. There's still overhead storage bins. Wow.
This plane is quite a bit faster. You know, it was originally a passenger jet that we've converted. It came from Southwest Airlines. We had to take the tank system and split it into two.
So why did it have to be split to two tanks?
Usually you'd want to put the tank right over where the wings are.
Right.
The wing is just below where we stand right now, and the gear comes up in there. And if you look where the gear folds up, there's all kinds of hydraulic lines. You cannot remove all that stuff or reposition it. So we did a split tank, and then these tanks go down through the cargo compartment. So the tanks themselves are a lot taller than you see right now.
Yeah.
Probably another 10 feet down to the bottom of the airplane.
And we kept these.
Kept these, yeah, the plane is certified to carry passengers. 72 seats if we're in the passenger configuration. So the idea is that we can move firefighters from one place to another. Hey, this is the flight deck of the Fireliner.
Same as a Boeing 737.
Yeah, total standard 737 going on here.
So it's completely the same except for one thing.
Yes, once it's armed and we're over the fire, this is the drop switch. So it's just fly, totally visual, see where you're going, get over the area, push the button, doors open, and make the drop.
Dropping.
1,500 gallons left.
It's just fun to take an airplane like this, fly it hands-on, you know? It's just cool.
If I can say, one of the things about these dashes is they're quite high, and I would say it's not great visibility through this little window, and you actually, most pilots are flying at 30,000 feet, they don't need to see a whole lot, but you do because you're flying, how close to the ground when you dump?
200 feet. Yeah, 200 feet over the ground.
Wow, so you really are leaning forward to see out the window.
Yeah.
That's great. Always wanted to do this. We're moving. It's being towed. That's pretty cool. They did keep the bathroom though.
This is a job where you get to really fly the airplane. The company trusts you, and they give you a sweet jet and go fly with your friends, go help out the guys that are on the ground. It's awesome. That's super.
Yeah, you get to fly an airliner without the passengers. That sounds good, pretty good. So imagine the scenario. There's a fire burning in the hills somewhere. This is on the way. It's not going to be able to put out the fire completely. Fire spread exponentially. And so this is just going to try and control it. They're going to try and square off the fire with as much water as they can.
Now, most wildfire water drops take place out in the forest, away from where we can see it. But today they're doing a training drop. And so, I want to find the best spot to watch it from.
We're headed upstairs to get a better vantage point. Look at this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah. I think we've got the best vantage point. We'll get this plane in the shot with it dropping. It's going to drop at about 200 feet, right in between the runway and the taxiway. This is going to be cool.
200 feet. 3,000, 25, 15,000. Flaps 50. Tracking 1,500 left.
Holy cow, look at this.
Very nice. Good start point. Good line.
Yes. Oh, look at it rain.
That's like the drop that just keeps going on and on.
A long one.
Yeah.
Well, for the first time in a while, I think they're gonna have a wet runway in Palm Springs. I think it's gonna be dry in no time flat though.
Look at him bank.
Such impressive aircraft. It's so important too. Let me know when you're at the bottom. Here we go. Well, I hope you learned something. I had a lot of fun. I'm Mike, and I don't know where I'm going next, but I know I want you there with me. I'll see you next week, right here on DownieLive. Now, this looks very different from Palm Springs, and that's because this segment is filmed in a completely different part of the world. And that's exactly what I'm getting to. This segment is sponsored by Nebula. But the best part is, this is where I get to promote all my videos that are coming out next. For example, a scooter trip with my sister. I do a ride along with the Canadian Coast Guard. I fly in a blimp. And I was, just in the UK, riding on 3 different canal boats. We're doing another DownieLive Travels by Boat series. The final episode being where we ride the world's only rotating boat lift. And all of these episodes are coming out first on Nebula. Now the best part about Nebula is that they are completely ad-free and there are no sponsors in them either. Nebula is a platform created by creators for creators. So it's to give the best viewing experience to you. And that's the reason I joined Nebula. I want you to have the best viewing experience so you can enjoy my videos the best way possible. The other benefit to you is if you sign up, there's a link in the description down below, but we'll get to that in a minute. But if you do sign up, you're not just getting my videos, you're getting videos from all the creators that are on the platform. Like Real Engineering, Jetlag the Game, which is a show I love. And the best part is they've just come out with a new Nebula original called The Getaway. Now there is a deal on right now. You can join for a yearly membership. I think it's only $30 for the year. The place you want to check out is nebula.tv/DownieLive. That not only supports me, it supports Nebula, which supports all the creators on the platform, and it is the best place for you to watch. So thank you, Nebula, for having me on board, supporting this episode, and for you for watching and clicking nebula.tv/DownieLive, because my next videos are coming there first. I'll see you next week.